Brett, and I am back with another weekly video to help you out during your wedding planning process. So whether you are just getting started or nearing the finish line of wedding planning, I have so many videos that can help you out no matter where you are at in the planning process. So be sure to head over to our YouTube channel, Hidden Creek Connection, where you can find 3 years worth of videos to help you out. So today I wanted to share with you the biggest challenge that I found while planning my own wedding. That is a question that a lot of people have been asking me lately, so I am here to give you that answer. So the biggest challenge I found with my own personal wedding, you might not find this challenging, I did, was finding vendors that I loved that had my date available. So let me give you a little bit of a backstory. I got engaged in January, so I started touring and kind of planning my wedding in February. I booked a venue. I did book for a Sunday in October of that same year, so we only had about 8 months to plan the entire wedding, which I thought would be plenty of time. Come to find out, that is actually not a lot of time at all. 8 months did feel a little bit rushed and a little bit stressful for me. I think that going back, if I had known that October was such a popular month, I probably would have either chosen a different month, like maybe November, or I would have just started choosing all of my vendors like that moment, like at the 8-month mark. I thought that I had plenty of time, and so I kind of searched online. I went to open houses. I went to the Dallas Bridal Show. I took my time selecting vendors, and by the time I found people that I really, really loved, none of them had my date open. So first note to you is that October is very, very popular. So if you are looking in the fall during a popular month, be sure that you are picking your vendors way ahead of time. Also, just make sure you're picking your vendors way ahead of time anyway, because if you find someone that you love and you get stuck on them and then you find out they don't have your date available, it's really hard to move on from that. Specifically for me, it was hair and makeup. I am super, super picky about people doing my hair and makeup because I know how I like it, and it's hard for other people to do it the way I want it done. So I actually did 3 different hair and makeup trials with different companies, and I didn't book them. It wasn't until the 4th company that I finally was like, yes, you see my vision, you did my hair and makeup, it looks great, I love it. Come to find out, they didn't have my date available. So note to self, ask date availability before you even do a trial. That would have been great information to know. But then after that, I couldn't find anyone that I felt like lived up to the hype in my head of that person that I loved. Everybody else was good, but in my mind wasn't great. So I just had such a hard time, y'all, trying to find somebody that I loved and that had my date available. So what I'm trying to tell you, and what I wish someone would have told me, is book your vendors super early, way in advance. If anything tells you, oh, book this vendor between 3 and 4 months, it is okay to go ahead and do that even earlier, especially if it's a vendor that's super important to you. I think that that's something I should have focused on more too, was prioritizing what vendors were important to me and booking the ones that I knew were super important to me early on. Like I said, hair and makeup was really important to me. Also, photography was really important to me. So I think I should have booked those vendors first, and maybe people would have had a little bit more availability instead of me just kind of lollygagging around, getting quotes, figuring things out, and then circling back like 2 and 3 months later, and then all the vendors I had talked to were like, we're booked, like you waited too long. So I just wanted to share my personal experience with y'all to save you the headache, to save you the heartache, and to give you that advice. So just make sure that you're finding what vendors you love and hiring them super early. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you next week.